Today I want to talk about something that might feel small, but can truly change how you experience your days, especially if you're dealing with those heavy feelings that depression brings. Imagine waking up, and instead of the usual weight pressing down, you start noticing little sparks of light in your life. That's what daily gratitude practices can do, and specifically gratitude journaling is one of the most powerful simple tools out there that anyone can pick up. No fancy equipment, no big-time commitment, just you a notebook, or even your phone notes in a few minutes each day. Let's be real, depression is on the rise in the USA right now. Recent surveys show that over 18% of adults are currently dealing with depression or getting treatment for it. That's nearly 48 million people, and among younger adults under 30. That number has more than doubled in recent years, from around 13% to over 26%. Isolation plays a huge role in this. Many of us feel disconnected. Even when surrounded by people, social media makes us compare our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reels. Family dynamics get strained. Work feels endless. And before you know it, that sense of being alone creeps in, turning into a cycle where everything feels pointless. But here's the thing, gratitude isn't about ignoring the pain or forcing fake positivity. It's about training your brain to spot the good that's already there, even when it's tiny, and that shift can slowly loosen depression's grip. Think about a typical day for so many Americans. Maybe you're a parent juggling remote work and kids, school, Zoom calls, feeling exhausted by noon, or a young professional in a big city grinding through long hours with little social interaction, or someone who's retired but missing the daily chats with coworkers or family far away. These situations breed isolation, the kind that makes depression feel heavier. Gratitude journaling counters that. By redirecting your focus from what's missing to what's present, it builds a habit of noticing support, connection, and small joys that remind you you're not as alone as your mind tries to convince you. Science backs this up, too. Studies on gratitude interventions show that regular practices like journaling lead to fewer symptoms of depression and anxiety. They boost positive emotions, improve sleep, reduce stress hormones, and even help with overall mental health. One meta-analysis looked at dozens of trials and found that people who did gratitude exercises reported better mood, less worry, and stronger sense of well-being. Another study during tough times like the pandemic showed that writing about things you're thankful for lowered negative feelings and built resilience. It's not magic. It's rewiring how your brain processes experiences, shifting from automatic negative bias, which depression loves to feed on, toward a more balanced, appreciative view. So how do you actually start? Let's make this practical and doable. The core is gratitude journaling, where every day you write down things you're grateful for. But to make it work for depression, especially when motivation is low, keep it super simple. Start with just 3 things. No pressure for long paragraphs, just bullet points or short sentences. Do it at the same time each day, maybe right before bed to end on a positive note, or first thing in the morning to set the tone. The key is consistency, even on bad days when nothing feels good. Force yourself to find 3 tiny things. It could be the warmth of your coffee, the fact that you got out of bed, the sound of rain if you like it, or even I'm grateful that this day will eventually end, and tomorrow is a fresh start. To make it more relatable, you'll tie it to common triggers like isolation, for example. If you're feeling cut off from people, write about a text from a friend that made you smile, or a memory of a family gathering that still warms your heart, or even gratitude for online communities where you can share without face-to-face pressure. One person I heard about was struggling with depression after moving to a new state far from family. Every night, they wrote about one thing their sibling said in a call, or a funny meme shared in group chat. Over time, this built a sense of ongoing connection, reducing that lonely feeling. Another example is work burnout, where everything feels meaningless. Gratitude can highlight small wins, like a coworker who helped without being asked, or the paycheck that lets you eat and have shelter. It reframes the grind into something that supports your life. Celebrating small wins is huge here. Depression often makes us dismiss anything positive as not good enough, but in journaling, train yourself to acknowledge them fully. Say you managed to shower and eat something nourishing, right? I'm grateful I took care of my body today, even though it felt hard. That act of recognition builds self-compassion, which is like the opposite of the harsh inner critic depression uses when you celebrate these micro-victories. Your brain starts releasing feel-good chemicals, reinforcing the behavior and slowly lifting mood. let me share a structure that works well for many. Start with 3 basic prompts each day. 1. What made me smile or feel okay today, even for a second? 2. Who or what supported me today, even indirectly? And 3. Something about myself or my life I'm thankful for. No matter how basic, this covers positive moments, connections, and self-worth, which directly tackle isolation, low self-esteem, and negativity. Bias. Over time, you'll notice patterns. Maybe you always feel a bit better after a walk, so gratitude for nature becomes recurring, or you appreciate quiet moments alone, turning solitude from enemy to ally. If writing feels overwhelming at first, try voice notes on your phone. Just speak your gratitudes out loud and save them, or use a gratitude app with reminders. But the physical act of writing by hand seems to have extra impact because it engages more brain areas, making the positivity stick better. Some people combine it with deep breathing. Take a few slow breaths, then write. It calms the nervous system, making it easier to access grateful feelings. Now let's address the tough days, when depression says there's nothing to be grateful for. That's normal and expected. On those days, be honest in your journal. I'm grateful I survived today. Or I'm thankful my bed is comfortable enough to rest. That's valid, it's honest, and it's a start. Forcing fake, huge gratitudes backfires, but acknowledging the small effort counts as a win over weeks. This practice compounds like interest in a bank account. One study followed people doing gratitude journaling and found sustained improvements in mental health even months later because it builds a habit of looking for light. Another way to deepen it is to write why you're grateful, not just what. For example, I'm grateful for my morning coffee, not just because it tastes good, but because it gives me a moment of comfort in a chaotic day. This why adds emotional depth, making the feeling last longer. It also helps when isolation hits hard by reminding you of interconnectedness, like being thankful for farmers who grew the beans, delivery people who brought it, baristas, or your own effort to make it. It pulls you out of the me against the world mindset. Family and community examples make this super relatable picture. A single mom in the Midwest who's exhausted from work and parenting. She starts journaling, grateful for her child's laugh, even on rough days, or for the neighbor who waved. This small recognition reduces resentment and builds warmth toward her life. Or a college student feeling isolated in dorms writes about online study group friends who check in, or free campus resources. It fosters belonging despite physical distance. These aren't made-up stories. They're patterns from real people who've used gratitude to climb out of dark places. Motivation tip: make it enjoyable. Pair journaling with something you like. Soft music, tea, a cozy blanket. Treat it as self-care, not a chore. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just start again tomorrow. Depression thrives on perfectionism. Gratitude thrives on gentleness. As you keep going, you'll likely notice side benefits: better sleep, because ending the day positively quiets racing thoughts. Reduced rumination, because focus shifts away from negatives. Stronger relationships, because you start expressing thanks more, like telling a friend, "I'm really grateful you listened." It creates positive loops where people respond with more connection, breaking isolation. Remember, this isn't a cure-all. If depression is severe, professional help, like therapy or medication, is crucial. Gratitude journaling is a powerful complement. It empowers you to take daily action toward feeling better. It's free, accessible, and yours to control in a world that often feels out of control. So tonight or tomorrow morning, grab that notebook. Write your 3 things, feel the shift. Even if it's subtle, you're building a toolkit for your mind. One entry at a time. You're proving to yourself that even in hard times, there's something worth noticing, and that matters more than words can say. Keep going. You've got this, and I'm grateful you're here listening, taking this step for your mental health. Thank you for being part of this journey. Drop in the comments one thing you're grateful for today. Let's build that positivity together. See you in the next video. Take care.